They now have a suspect in custody following a day-long manhunt. Our special coverage of this incident starts with ABC News' Morgan Norwood in Highland Park. Morgan, we just got these new details coming out. Walk us through a little bit of this. It seems like one big one is the fact that this gunman was disguised. Maybe one bit of good news that no children so far are among the dead, but that all of those victims, the 6 who were killed, and anyone who went to the hospital or took themselves to the hospital, that they were all killed by gunfire. I mean, I'm sorry, all injured by gunfire. This wasn't a case of sort of chaos and panic, and that's why so many people got hurt.
Sure, absolutely. A lot of new details coming out of this press conference. And, you know, unfortunately, it doesn't really give a lot of relief to many of the community members and loved ones that are still reeling after this tragedy. One of the first few details that officers clarified during that press conference that the person of interest, Robert Cremo III, is not 21, rather not 22, but rather 21. What we did hear today, though he hasn't been charged, still considered a person of interest. Once again, authorities say that they believe that he is responsible for this massacre. But you're right. They say that they've been combing through surveillance video, talking with witnesses, and they say that he pre-planned this attack for several weeks. And that high-powered rifle recovered here at the scene, purchased here in Illinois. We got a little bit more details about that gun. We know that they were doing an ATF trace on that. And I just want to give you an idea of just how well planned out this attack was. Again, you mentioned it, Diane. Police say that he showed up to the scene in women's clothing, presumably to conceal his identity, not to be caught. And we didn't get much of a timeline, but officials also say that he fired more than 70 rounds into the crowd. And here's the thing that really got to me. Authorities say after that attack, he dropped the weapon, dropped down from the roof, and then walked among the same people that he had just sent panicking and running for their lives. So all of these details, again, officials are still combing through, investigative details, combing through the scene here, and really trying to piece together a motive here.
And when can we expect to see charges in this case, Morgan? It's not usual that we hear someone referred to as a person of interest, but then it's so clear in this press conference that they believe this person that they have in custody is, in fact, the shooter responsible.
You know, I think police are really trying to be careful here. Aside from wanting to make sure that they have confirmed that this is their actual suspect, they do want to bring about a strong police case. So that's why we see them referring to this person as a person of interest. But we heard officials during the press conference today say that charges could be forthcoming, and they may have that information later today during a press conference.
And what do we know at this point about the victims, Morgan?
Yeah, we've learned that 5 of the victims died at the scene, and 1 of them died at the hospital. All of this, according to officials. Again, we heard police say that the majority of the victims were taken to the hospital, treated, and released. So that is the good news. But those who remain right now are still in pretty bad condition. We also are learning more about some of the lives lost. We got this information earlier today. 78-year-old Nicholas Toledo, his grandson, telling us that he spent his last few days here swimming, spending time with family. And then we're also learning about Jackie Sunderheim. She lost her life in this shooting. She's also a loyal member of a congregation, a Jewish congregation here. So these families are now reeling and just trying to make sense of all of this and planning funerals during a week that should be filled with celebration.
Good. No family should have to deal with this. ABC News' Morgan Norwood, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.